Right now, live at 5, the heat is on, and experts are giving helpful reminders about staying safe in the warm weather.
Coming up tonight, how to keep your furry friends safe from this summer heat.
Plus, a longtime local high school hockey coach abruptly resigned earlier this week, and now he's speaking out for the first time. And later, we're learning new details about the suspect in a Virginia-Minnesota murder and his history with police.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a beautiful live look tonight from Bayfield, Wisconsin, where it might not quite hit 90 degrees, but for those out at the Blessing of the Fleet this weekend, it is sure to be a hot one. We'll have more on that event and the weather coming up in just a few minutes. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Of course, that heat is on the top of everyone's mind, and local doctors have some tips for staying healthy in the hot temps. Dr. Tony Hamilton with Essentia Health is reminding people to look out for themselves and others who are outside on these long, hot days. He says to look for people who seem out of it or suddenly confused. He added, you should take a break in the shade when you can, eat lighter and vitamin-rich foods, and of course, drink lots and lots of water.
For every glass of sports drink, you need a glass of water or 2 glasses of water.
Hamilton also stressed that if you're feeling sick, you should see a doctor. Doctors expect spikes in patient visits during the first heat wave of the season and say they will be ready to help those facing heat-related illnesses. And in the heat, it is also important to remember about our furry friends a little later on in the show. We're going to go live from a dog park to get some tips on that. But first, Dave, it's already a hot one. This morning in Hibbing, I went to the lake before coming to work, 94 degrees.
And it's 93 in Hayward today right now, or at least that's the high temp so far. So they did crack 90 in Hayward, as you were hinting at just a little bit earlier. But here in Canal Park, we're only in the 60s. So it's going to be cooler by the lake, and it could be a good weekend to come and visit folks and friends by the lake. High temps then so far, 98 International Falls, 94 for Hibbing. Grand Rapids has beaten that by a degree. So's Moose Lake, and Superior 95, 92 Hermantown and Ashland, 93 Hayward, as we mentioned. Upper 80s for the Upper Peninsula. Only 56 in Grand Marais, 68 on Park Point. We see where the relief will be. But it's been a dry heat here so far, so it hasn't been that bad. Let us now take a look at this map. It will be the SATRAD for our region, which shows higher pressure making things high and dry in the area, though tonight the heat of the day could drive a couple of isolated thunderstorms, the random kind that come from that type of activity rather than an organized line like a cold front with a low pressure system. Tonight, stray thunder, mid-60s for lows. Tomorrow back into the 90s again, hot and sunny. But one of those organized rain chances could be with us come Sunday. Will that take down the temps? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Former Duluth East hockey coach Mike Randolph spoke publicly for the first time since announcing his resignation earlier this week. CBS3's Samantha Bassarico joins us now with more.
After a week of uncertainty from former Duluth East hockey coach Mike Randolph, he finally spoke out about resigning this morning after 36 years of coaching hockey. Randolph made sure to thank coaches, players, staff, and everyone along the way who has helped him achieve his dream as a hockey coach. He did not want to focus on his resignation or the negativity surrounding it, but did give some explanation as to what has been going on. Randolph referenced mounting pressure from parents as one of the main factors.
We all know what's going on here. Coaches across the state are being run out by parental pressure. The most recent is Lakeville South and Brainerd. And now, me. This is getting tiresome. It's been rewarding and fun. But when negatives start to outweigh the positives, it gets to be exhausting and no longer worth the time I put into it.
He did not take questions following his address this morning at the Heritage Center. If you'd like to read his full statement, head to the sports page on our website. And we will have much more on the story coming up at 6 and 10. But for now, Kristen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Samantha. Newly released jobs numbers show the U.S. economy is bouncing back from the pandemic, but not as fast as many expected as businesses deal with a labor shortage. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
At this Los Angeles cafe, the owner added new tables for the growing crowd.
Meatballs ready?
New data shows the U.S. economy is recovering from the pandemic, but slowly.
This is progress, historic progress. Progress that's pulling our economy out of the worst crisis it's been in 100 years.
The Labor Department Friday reported the unemployment rate dropped slightly to 5.8%, with 559,000 new jobs added last month. That's much better than April's dismal 266,000 new jobs number, but still less than analysts had expected.
I wouldn't call this a big miss. You know, we're improving, and if we wind the clock back a year, we are much better off than we were.
The new jobs report shows notable employment gains in the leisure and hospitality sectors as states continue to lift coronavirus restrictions, but many businesses say they are still struggling with a labor shortage.
This manager at an apparel store outside New Orleans says she can't find enough help.
It's not like I'm asking for 50 people. I'm just asking for a few people.
Many businesses have blamed the shortage on expanded $300 a week federal unemployment benefits, but economic experts say there are other factors.
This combination of people being skittish because of the virus for themselves, child care issues, and these unemployment benefits have combined to make people less likely to be in the labor force at this moment.
More than 24 states have announced they're ending extended federal benefits, a move they hope will lead to more Americans rejoining the workforce. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The report also showed that wages increased in May for the second straight month, indicating that companies are trying to attract more workers. A Minnesota man has been sentenced to 5.5 years in prison for a drunk driving crash that killed a Moose Lake man. In March, Sam Moreno pleaded guilty to criminal vehicular homicide, driving while intoxicated and driving after his license was revoked. The November 2019 crash near the Twin Cities killed 63-year-old Joffrey Koloski. Moreno rear-ended him on I-35 and Koloski's car rolled. Police searched the apartment of a man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend just hours before they say the murder happened. Authorities detained Derek Malovich in downtown Virginia around 4 p.m. on May 11th. Police say the 40-year-old told them he was not armed, but they found a gun in his waistband. Authorities also had a search warrant for Malovich's apartment. They found a rifle and more than 118 grams of meth. Court documents show Malovich admitted he was going to sell those drugs. We don't know why, but despite what they found, police released Malovich after searching his apartment. He's now facing 3 felonies related to that search. Now, about 10 hours after the search, police say Malovich murdered his ex-girlfriend at his apartment. The murder happened around 2:20 the morning of May 12th. 32-year-old Kristen Bicking's body was found with multiple stab wounds. Malovich is also charged with her death. Several businesses were vandalized and looted in Minneapolis overnight after a fatal deputy-involved shooting. Protests took place after U.S. Marshals shot and killed a man they were trying to take into custody on a parking ramp. Shortly after authorities concluded their investigation and opened the area, protesters began gathering. Police cleared most of them out after dark, but some remained. They also pulled trash cans and dumpsters into the street and set them on fire, which forced officers to shut the street down again. Still to come on Live at 5, Ashland is hosting a huge event this weekend. More on their big garage sale as we go around the Northland right after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki. And weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Jay Cook State Park. Tomorrow is National Trail Day, so if you're planning to go out this weekend, remember to recreate responsibly and leave no trace, and to always take out what you bring in, and make sure you have some water with you as well. Dave will be in with this weekend's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. A traditional blessing this weekend in Bayfield and a birding lesson in Ironwood, Michigan. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Ashland tonight, where coming up tomorrow, they are hosting northern Wisconsin's largest house-to-house garage sale. The fun begins at 8 a.m. with most shops closing around 1. More than 35 homes will be participating in the citywide event, selling everything from clothes and shoes to snowblowers and tills. Today's edition of the Ashland Daily Press will contain a map of all of the garage sales. You can also view a full list at visitashland.com. Next, we head to Bayfield, where they are hosting their traditional Blessing of the Fleet this Sunday at 1 p.m. All boats are welcome to participate and receive blessings from local clergy. The service will begin in Memorial Park and then proceed to the city dock for the blessing. Each boat will be granted a blessing for safe passage and a prosperous season on Lake Superior. Boat registration is due tomorrow. And we'll wrap up tonight in Ironwood, Michigan, where tomorrow a local couple is helping others while also helping Mother Nature. Betty and Bill Perkis transformed their backyard from overgrown to a bird haven. And now tomorrow they will be showing others just how they did it. They'll be hosting an open house from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. Topics will include songbird habitat requirements, available landowner conservation programs, invasive species identification and management, and much more. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, Emma Quinn joins us live at Jean Duluth Dog Park with some tips on how to make sure your pets stay safe in this hot weather.
Today's Duluth Airport high hit 93 degrees, and that broke the old record. 90 was the old record. It was from 1968. All hail the new record if you like it hot. And it'll be hot again tomorrow. But for those hoping for a cool down, that comes next week. I'll tell you how long you'll have to wait coming up after our break.
Breaking news, original reporting, and the good things in life. Join Jeff Glore, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller on CBS This Morning, Saturday.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Payments of medical bills and wages. Money for pain and suffering. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Excitement is building for something big. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard exclusively at DQ. It's an iconic combo. Pieces of Thin Mints cookies mixed with refreshing cool mint and world-famous DQ vanilla soft serve, making a treat so innovative that every bite is a sweet feat of ingenuity. In the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year. And with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Northwest Outlet is your ARE truck topper headquarters.
Coming up tonight, how to keep your furry friends safe from this summer heat. And later tonight, what makes a certain graduation so special for the Superior community.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the warm-up really began today. A lot of towns cracked 80 degrees. In fact, most did. And a lot of records fell, like the one at Duluth International Airport. But it really doesn't feel that bad because of low relative humidity readings. But of course, those low relative humidity readings trigger their own troubles. We have a red flag warning for the fire danger in northern and western Minnesota. And there's a fire weather watch going on for the Upper Peninsula. And for the rest of our region, not looking at one of these warnings or watches here, the fire danger is just plain high. So we all have to be careful all weekend long. Maybe by Sunday night, a rain chance will come. We'll talk about how much rain could come and it'll dent the problem in just a bit. And we'll also, of course, talk about how long temperatures like 93 are going to try to last around here. That is the current number coming in from Duluth International. And there's that low relative humidity reading of 28%. If the dew points were higher, we probably would be suffering. But those relative humidity numbers and gusty winds helping to keep us on the cooler side. You know, and I say side rather than actually cool because it is toasty. Westerly, southwesterly, 22 miles per hour right now. Air pressure is a bit low at 1,003 millibars, but the last of our low pressure systems has left. We're still waiting for a western high to settle in more firmly and bring us a sunnier sky for tomorrow. In between tonight, there is a chance for some thunderstorms that could be driven by the heat of the day. And these are the current temperatures, 89 from Watersmeet to Ironwood and 88 to 94 here in northwestern Wisconsin. LaPointe being the cool spot, Superior being the hot spot. Minnesota numbers 91 to 95 from Cloquet to Moose Lake. Respite, relief, you can find it in Grand Marais, right by the lake. Only 50 there. 93, though, Ely. 90s along the Mesabi Range and 97 International Falls. Look for a similar range of temperatures tomorrow. Current Doppler map. Well, higher pressure is trying to take over as the low pressure systems depart, and so it's on the sunnier side. But as I mentioned, the heat of the day is triggering a little bit of precip activity here. We can see that bubbling up now to the west of International Falls, and that may roll along the Canadian border here tonight. So 30 to 40% chance you're going to be getting these what they're called air mass thunderstorms. They're not the organized type. They're driven by convection from the heat of the day. The next organized chance for precip may be with us on Sunday, but for Saturday, the high pressure will keep us on the clear side and make it hot. Indeed, this low advancing out of the west on Sunday could bring the threat for the organized thunderstorms, and then that storm chance may last for several days. It starts with just a slight chance for a couple of sprinkles and a couple of thunderbolts, but lightning bolts, but it could become a soaker later on in the week, and we do need that. Tonight, what do we get in Minnesota? Low temps will fall into the mid-60s for most places, and there's that isolated thunder chance. Wisconsin nights might get it as well with low temps there in the mid-60s. Tomorrow's highs once again into the lower 90s for Wisconsin and the UP with a mostly sunny sky. Mostly sunny in Minnesota, too, with high temps 73 to 82 by the lake, but low 90s inland. And then, according to the extended forecast, we do begin a cooling process by Sunday when we drop into the upper 80s. And then we drop to 83 by Monday, Kristen, and back to 75 by Wednesday. But the rain chance here, it starts off pretty iffy Sunday and Monday, 20 to 30% chance. Gets better Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's when we could get some decent totals. And I say could right now because, as usual, models this far out fluctuate back and forth. But we need the rain. Hopefully it comes across.
Yeah, we'll definitely need some rain after the high temps we're seeing the next few days.
Yeah, if humidity levels go up tomorrow and Sunday, then it will start to become uncomfortable.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dave. Well, the hot weather Dave was just talking about doesn't just impact people. It can also be hard on our pets. CBS 3's Emma Quinn joins us live from Duluth Dog Park. Emma, I hear you have some advice from first responders on how we can keep our pets safe.
That's right, Kristen. So here at Duluth Dog Park, there's not a whole lot going on, but me and my friend Betty Girl here, we're keeping it cool in the shade, and first responders say you want to make sure your dogs stay hydrated, and if they're outside, out and about, you want to keep an eye on them so they're not overdoing it. So they say, Deputy Fire Marshal from the Duluth Fire Department, Christopher Orman, says you want to make sure your pets have access to water, whether they're here at the dog park or hanging out at home, and if you leave them at home, it's important they have a shaded spot to rest and aren't sitting in the sun all day. Deputy Orman says leaving your dog or cat in the car is never a good idea.
Especially in the cars, it doesn't take much more than a couple minutes for your car to heat up well over 100 and some degrees, and pets in general, they just can't handle the heat.
Deputy Orman says leaving the windows cracked doesn't do anything to help your pets. And according to the Animal Legal and Historical Center in Minnesota, anyone who leaves a cat or a dog in the car can be charged with petty misdemeanor. Now, there are no fines in Wisconsin, but there are guidelines that allow somebody to take action if they see a dog in a car. But here in Minnesota, first responders and animal rescue agents are the ones that can enter a car if they see an animal in distress.
All right, certainly some good information there. And as a fellow dog mom myself, Emma, I appreciate all these tips you just gave us as we head into some pretty hot days. Emma Quinn for us tonight. Thanks, Emma. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from the Humane Society of Douglas County. This is Fina. She is 3 years old and ready for some company. She's very sweet, calm, and just loves attention. She is all up to date on her vaccinations. She's microchipped and has a clean bill of health. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Fina, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, CBS 3's former anchor and current news director said goodbye to television today. We'll have more on that after the break.
Bills.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yes, you, with bills stacking up so high you can't move.
Wait, how did you know?
Losing sleep worrying about money?
Yeah.
Haven't you heard about Loan Max?
No.
You can have the cash you need in just 15 minutes. All you need is a free and clear car title and photo ID. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call at 877-511-CASH.
Loan Max. Take charge of your life today.
Hello from DBS Repair, your local experts in all things basement-y. Since 2012, we've helped thousands of cabin and homeowners in Minnesota and Wisconsin. We specialize in basement waterproofing, foundation and structural repair, concrete lifting and leveling, whole home energy, nasty crawl spaces, and basement finishing too. If you have a wet basement, moldy crawl space, or sunken concrete, our team of experts have the trusted solutions to help. Call DBS today for all things basement-y.
If it's important to our nation,
the country is facing yet another unprecedented crisis.
It's on Face the Nation, making politics make sense. The why behind the biggest stories. Face the Nation on CBS.
Sunday, it's a star-studded celebration at the Kennedy Center.
Gloria Estefan hosts tributes to Garth Brooks, Joan Baez, Midori, Dick Van Dyke, and Debbie Allen.
My heart is so filled.
With Lin-Manuel Miranda, Kelly Clarkson, Vanessa Hudgens, Paula Abdul, Jimmy Allen, Julie Andrews, Derek Huff, John Travolta, Gladys Knight, Bradley Cooper, James Taylor, Bryan Cranston, Sturgill Simpson, and many more.
This is out of sight.
The Kennedy Center Honors, this Sunday on CBS.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers get paid training to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. Army National Guard soldiers are learning skills that can set them up for success with companies looking to hire the best.
The Army National Guard basically built my resume for me.
Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
you can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
Anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
all of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains. Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Kevin Jacobson was CBS3's primetime news anchor about 10 years ago. Since then, he's worked behind the scenes as our news director. But he's leaving that task to take on a new challenge. Tonight, Dave Anderson says farewell to Jacobson for us with this look at how a boy from New York City made his way west to the Northland.
for those of you who are watching at home who know me personally, know that this, a football, and I don't go together very well.
At 6'3", one would think Kevin Jacobson could have done well with a football. Instead, the New York native set his sights on TV news after an East Coast blizzard in 1996.
And I had the TV tuned to the Weather Channel that day. I had it tuned to the local NBC station that day and just watched news and weather all day long and became fascinated with it.
After TV stints in South Dakota and Connecticut, Jacobson got the call to anchor CBS3 when legendary newsperson Pat Kelly retired in 2009.
As I said to myself, well, I've never really heard of Duluth, but let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Most know it takes a variety of habits to maintain a healthy body and a healthy mind.
Over the last 12 or so years, Kevin also anchored at one of the other Duluth channels and then took over as news director when Barbara Riles retired. He's most proud of the station's coverage of the 2012 floods and the Husky refinery fire.
We were there to tell people what was going on, to let them know what was happening so they could make better decisions around their day.
Now Kevin Jacobson is leaving TV news to run a video production company with his spouse Annie Harala.
I'm not getting away from storytelling by leaving the news. I'm going to expand upon that.
And if that falls flat, Kevin could give football a try.
Thank you. Shoot!
Today was Kevin's last day as news director of CBS TV. We wish the best to Kevin and Annie in their new business venture.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, Facebook's big decision to suspend former President Trump for at least 2 years. But could he return to the platform ahead of the 2024 presidential race? Plus, baby product recall, why Fisher-Price is recalling over 100,000 soothers, what you need to know. And we go on the road with a couple that proves it's never too late to find love. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
It's the final days of Home's Memorial Day sale. Get up to 30% off store-wide. This sofa is just $799, plus 0% interest financing until 2024 and free shipping. The Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture ends Sunday.
Mopping the dirt from your floor is a messy chore. Well, now you can spin away those germs with Floor Police, the lightweight and cordless power spin mop that scrubs away messes the fast and easy way. Just add any disinfectant, and at a speedy 100 RPMs, the microfiber pads do all the scrubbing so you don't have to. The secret is the powerful electric motor and rechargeable lithium battery that has 90 minutes of runtime. The swivel head can easily clean in and around obstacles and get deep under furniture. Plus, the pads are machine washable and reusable. reusable. Get Floor Police with 2 microfiber pads for just 2 easy payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get 2 free scouring and 2 free polishing pads. But hold everything, because you can double the entire offer. Just pay separate fee, and we'll even ship it to you free. That's 2 Floor Police mops with pads, plus free shipping on your entire order. Call or click now.
Call 1-800-592-0163 or visit floorpolice.com. So call 1-800-592-0163 now.
Breaking news.
What's your reaction and what's next?
Original reporting.
How do you hope to change the world?
And the good things in life.
Live music and variety.
Where are you going to get that?
Here.
Yeah. Join Jeff Glor, Dana Jacobson, and Michelle Miller.
The whole gang is back.
Yeah.
On CBS This Morning, Saturday.
During Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale, get up to 30% off regular prices on the largest selection of outdoor furnishings, like this 4-piece wicker patio set, just $17.49, and 0% interest financing until 2024 at Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Our buy one, get one for $1 suit and sport coat sale is now in progress. Hundreds of options. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story, and we'll see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we heard tips from local doctors about staying healthy in the upcoming extreme heat. They include getting in shade when you can, eating vitamin-rich foods, and, of course, drinking plenty of water. And coming up tonight at 6, we learn about a group of local students who are the first to graduate from a new program in Superior, helping connect adults with disabilities to job opportunities. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you at 6.